Hello and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob and I call myself S02E09. So let's hope that the sound on this recording will be a lot better. And yeah, first of all, we are going to try to sign him again, Erling Haaland. We have offered 40 million, but the price can be enormous, and I don't know if I'm able to sign him that way. I guess maybe not, so then we won't get him, but I thought I wanted to try. I have 51 million, so I wanted to try, and I'm hoping he's supposed to be. I'm waiting for him to accept the offer because Borussia Dortmund have accepted. As you can see here, we are into the whatchamacallit, contract negotiation. So the offer is accepted. I paid 40 million here, or I put 40 million here, but I think they're going to count this into the as I said, it says here budget cost 86,000, which means that I won't be able to buy him. So yeah, but I wanted to try, yeah, I guess I'm not going to get him now that I think about it, because now I understand these numbers, because the potential fee is 184. So that's a shame. I won't get him then. Too bad. I guess I'm gonna have to. I feel that I'm gonna be doing something else, try to buy somebody else. So let's start by seeing what kind of players has been bought in this transfer window so far. We're into the 14th of January, so Tottenham seem to have bought a player for £73 million, a Patson Daka. He's not up here, is he? Yes, he is. This 24-year-old Zambian striker looks pretty good. So yeah, and that's going to be a danger for us perhaps when they come. And then Southampton with Marcus Edwards here. I think the really high, except for this one, 73, although that's one, 73 is a lot of money, but I think the really high valued players that's going to be bought and sold will probably be in the end of the transfer window. Negotiations will probably go on for quite some time, and our biggest signing is Andrew Harper, £77,000. These numbers are not bad, so that's why, and determination, of course. So but he's only 3 stars, but I'm hoping that's not the real. If he reaches three stars, we have only paid 77,000 for him, and he's already worth 11 million to 12.5 million. So if he doesn't become a really good player, hopefully we will earn some money on him at least. So but yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah, the schedule is Everton away now, then we have West Ham at home, and then Manchester City at home. So we have an interesting episode, and we've been drawn in the FA Cup. We're going to meet Everton at home. So this is the competition page. We're top of the table, of course. For the people that have followed me know this, that we have started this season very, very good. And I'll say this, I think it's mostly because of De Ligt. Because if we look at the transfer that we have done this with this, it's Mbappe, of course, as well. But it's De Ligt and Mbappe. Those two players are the backbone of the new United now, and is the difference between the series that I tried to play before, where I got sacked. Still up on YouTube. I'm not going to be taking away history. It is what it is. It did not work out the first time I played 22 on YouTube. That's just the way it is. But yeah, I hope this will be a long series, and I'm not going to be ending not this United save, and I'm not going to be ending the Welling save, but I am going to start a 23 series as well. So it's going to be a hectic time, and I'm going to be having, I am sorry, but since I do have a full-time job, when I find time, I'm going to record as many videos as I can. So, and then I'm still going to be releasing them every Tuesday, Thursday, and I don't really know which day I will have the FM23, and of course the City Skylines on Sundays. But as I said, I'm going to try and record as much as possible, and so when I talk sometimes, like today, it's what's the day today? It's the 20th of October, and so yesterday United won against Tottenham with 2-0, but United have played a couple of games since then, because I still have some saved episodes that hasn't been released. One of them is going to be released this evening, actually. So, and I'm going to have to do it like that. So I'm not going to be able to talk about what's happening in the real world at that precise moment, because it might have been recorded a couple of months even back. So just so you know it, if I've ever was able to live on this, I would most likely be recording it and releasing it very tightly together, so that there wouldn't be anything old to talk about. It will be new stuff happening in the real world as well. But let's not try to involve as much real things as possible. I think we're going to have to start this episode now. Well, we have started it, but I mean, get into it with the first game, which is against Everton away. So let's see what's going to happen here. We haven't named our team, so we're going to start with that. We're going to play our way of playing. You saw the tactical situation in the last episode, I think it was. So, and we're going to be keeping that system, because I think it's working really well for us, the tactics. And I love to play 4-4-2, as I've said before. So let's start with the goalkeeper, which will, of course, be De Gea, as usual. The right defender, I'm going with Dalot. I think he's better than Bin-Saka. And, yeah, there have been some... They've tried to buy Dalot, and yeah, if I could find a replacement to play on that right defense position. Now I only have Bin-Saka and Jurado and Ethan Laird. Ethan Laird could become something, but he's far away from being that player right now. You can see what it is, only 2 stars, while he has the potential to become 3.5 stars. So he could be a good player to use, better than Van Bin-Saka someday, but yeah, he's not there. He's not even close. And Brandon Williams is off on loan, so I can't use him either. So I can't release him, but they have made offers for him all the way up to, I think it was almost £15 million last time. So yeah, would be good money to bring in, of course, but I still need another right defender, so not much to do in that case, so I needed to keep him. So yeah, a right midfielder. Who's going to play on the right midfield today? Because we have Sancho injured today. We still have Jesse Lingard in the team, and might be playing him there, or maybe I put Mbappe on the right side and then Rashford on the left side. That could be some interesting thing as well. Let's try Mbappe on that side. Let's see, why is Mbappe unhappy? Contract doesn't highly influence important. Doesn't say there, so I need to go up here then and look at this. Why is he not made the club's penalty? Yeah, I made him penalty taker now, I think. Oh, he's not very good at that side either. Or either, I shouldn't say either. He's not very good at that side. Let's see. He's not going to be playing on the right side, that's for sure. Completely different styles. Lucky that I took a look at that. So who am I going to play on the right side? I don't think I have any other choice. Garnacho is injured, so even if he's a potential star, I can't play him there. So I do have Jesse Lingard. Other than that, I mean, Amad Dalot, he is, of course, he's got the same stars at the moment and has a higher potential, and getting him to play could actually make him develop. So maybe we put him in. I think we're going to do that. We put Ahmad in on the right side here. Defensive midfielder, I want to say Pogba, but I'm also thinking about Casey because he's been a bit sad that he's not getting to play, and he is more suited for that defensive play. I don't see him as a playmaker though, but so I don't know who can I mean, he's a ball-winning midfielder, and yeah, we could use that as well, but I think we're going to go with Pogba, and then of course Bruno Fernandes. Now Bruno Fernandes is suspended. So you know what? I'm going to go with Kise there, and then we're going to go with Christian Eriksen. And I'm going to change, because I like this setup, I'm going to change their way of playing once we get into the game. So yeah, so we can do next match only. That would be good. And we're going to put him on ball winning and defending, and then we're going to play him as an advanced playmaker like that. That's the way I like it. And then we have Šeško and of course Karim Adeyemi, and yeah, I like that. And then we're gonna have, of course, Henderson on the bench. Bin Saka will have to be there, and we're gonna have, let's see, we're gonna have Anel there, Kamara will be good to have there, and we of course gonna have Paul Pogba on the bench as well. Have a couple of positions to Rashford can put in, Jesse Lingard if there's something wrong, and Cavani, and the last one to be taken into this squad, will it be Harry Maguire? Nah. Is there someone else I want to be able to get some playing time? Because he's not giving any playing time. He's not in the under 23, which I believe he should be. So let's do this. Squad available, under 23. Yes, he is. 90 minutes in the under 23. Yeah, then he most likely gets some playing time. We have James Garner. I want him to develop as well, so let's put him into the team as a last reserve. So this is the team that I'm going to play today. Hopefully they can make a good impression. So let's submit this team and get cracking with this game. So very interesting for me to see if this central midfield, most of all, will hold up. I'm never going hard in on tackles in that situation. I don't want to have that. We're going to pump our fists, and we go with the assistant's recommendation. Some of them did get motivated, but not all of them, of course. So let's have a match preview here now. And we're here, and you can see that still Frank Lampard as the manager here of Everton. And here we see our lineup, and hopefully we can do something nice here. We have 5 winnings in the row, that you can see there. And look at this, top of the table, 5 points ahead of Manchester City. Let's get this on the way, and let's see what we can do against Everton at Goodison Park. 5 minutes into the game. Hasn't been that much of happening, but Everton has had a chance. We have had a chance now, but it's been off target. But Everton have 3 off targets, and here's Everton. Ooh, and they score with Dele Alli in Everton now. Yeah, that's a thing. That wasn't good. I mean, I must be able to change players. We can't depend on 11 players to be sure to win every time. And I mean, Ericsson is good, Casey is good, they're really good players, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem, but yeah, I guess it is. But we're going to let them have the chance to reprimand themselves and to make this better. And yeah, I'm going to see if I wonder where the sound went there for the spectators. I don't know why that did, why that died. But yeah, let's go on. Dressing room, and I'm going to throw the water bottle at them here. I don't care that you've been demoted into. We need to play better. A lot better. And why did the sound disappear? Sound's on. Yeah, here we come back. Yeah, the spectators are back. Just for a short while. And 2-0? What in God's name is going on? I think we're going to need to change our entire midfield here. So, Jesse Lingard. And we're going to have Paul Pogba coming on. And we're going to have... Oh, God, we don't have Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's going to be problematic. We do have... We made those 2 anyway. Let's hope that can improve our play. But it seems like we are getting beaten really good by Everton here. And this is not good. We don't want to start any bad form here now. We don't want to end up losing our lead. We want to put pressure on City, not making them find a way into the... here comes Dele Alli, and ooh, thank you, he missed the goal. We played 50 minutes now, and why isn't Pogba coming on for Kise? Now he's coming on. So, I don't know if I can play with 2 playmakers, so I'm not going to be giving him his old job, so to speak. Here's Pogba. Pogba finding Mbappe. So maybe Pogba is too important at the moment. Oh, sure! Come on, you can do this. Shout, encourage them. So let's see if we can... We need to do something more. Let's up the tempo. And out of possession, let's bring this up to max as well. And let's get stuck in. Let's see if that helps, if we get anywhere. Come on, United. Here's Pickford. Here's Mina. No, Mina. Yeah, I was right the first time. Dalot trying to reach Adeyemi, but he doesn't. They've closed us down very good today, so all the credit to Everton. They played really good, and we've been playing really bad, and that's a red card. Yeah. Taking him out, I mean, I don't want to do any changes, so let's just leave it at that. I don't know why the spectator sound is disappearing all the time. That's weird. Haven't happened to me before, but yeah, alright. So, we lose. That's the first loss in a long time, which is making me a bit sad. I'm going to throw my water bottle here. I'm far from pleased with that result. I don't care about your morale at the moment, to be honest. You should be on a high, so if you lose a little bit of that, it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, now City has the opportunity to bring it down to 2 points, which isn't very good. So, but I'll see you in the next game. And so it's time for the next game in this episode, the second one. It's home against West Ham. But before we do that, I want to talk about some transfers. I've been trying. Let's see, they haven't put that on. The Erling Haaland broke through, of course, because I didn't really understand that I've over put in the let's see, in this budget cost 40 millions here. I was up to 86 and I can only buy players for 51, so yeah, that broke through, of course. But I'm trying to. I put a new offer in on him, and yeah, it's not going very well, that's for sure. And I've tried with Jude Bellingham for quite some time now. Doesn't go very well there either. Now, Jude Bellingham has a release clause on £94 million, but I guess you will have to throw up £94 million straight ahead for that to trigger, because we're up to 111 and Dortmund are still rejecting our offers. So that is, of course, unfortunate. I did try to get another one, which also were denied. Well, it wasn't denied because we had an agreement. Me and Tottenham, we did agree on a fee and everything, but Alfie Devine did not want to join us. So we lost out on that player as well. So it does not seem like this will be a good transfer window for us. The previous one was, of course, we got a lot of good players for no money at all. But yeah, to be honest, we really should be looking at players like a right defender, or the best of all would be if we could find a defender that can play both right and left and is a good defender, of course, because that would be a good way to find a substitute for Dalot, so we could get rid of him. But we want somebody with it doesn't have to be as good as Dalot now, but he needs to be almost as good at least, and then he has to have the potential to become a lot better than Dalot, and I don't find that at the moment, so we're going to have to come back to that and try to search for that later on. And yeah, so at the moment we don't have any luck at the transfer, so now we're going to see what we're going to have to do with the team. I think both Dalot is suspended, of course, since he got sent off in the last game, so we're going to have to put in Van Bissaka there. Now Luke Shaw injured, but as it looks here, he can play, but I don't want to risk him, so we're going to have to find someone else to play on the left. Do we have someone to play on the left? We only have Ethan Laird, and he's not going to be very good there, is he? But I have no other choice. I'm going to have to play with him there. So Ethan Laird coming in for Luke Shaw. This is going to be a bit problematic. We're going to have a tough time. Right midfielder. We don't have Sancho back either yet, do we? No, Sancho's still injured. So I think he's going to get another chance, Diallo. But we're going to be, of course, be putting back Pogba as that instead of Kise. And is Bruno back? Bruno Fernandes is back, so he's going to be playing instead of Christian Eriksen. Eriksen will be on the bench, of course. And there we have three of our midfielders back at least, to see if that will help, if we can play better than we did last game, because last game was a horrific game. We didn't play good at the same time as it looked like Everton really played well, so let's hope that we can change that in this game and don't get beaten by lonely little West Ham. Let's see, who do we put on the bench? We're going to have Casey there. We're going to have Christian Eriksen there. We're going to have Lingard so he can change both right and left. We have no wing backs to put on the bench even. That's how. Don't we have anything in the under 18 that hasn't been playing that we can sort of look upon? I think I like the potential of this little 16-year-old. It's got a high value. So yeah, maybe I'll put him. Or what about Joseph Webb? That's another one that has good potential. But I think it's going to be Drew Barton. Let's put him on the bench actually, so that we have some wing back to be able to put in. And that's a wing back that I have some faith in. We could use with a right defender as well, but I don't have that great of a faith in either of these. I mean, no. Dalot is... So now we don't have anybody else, so we're going to have with Warburton, and if things go good, he's going to come on today. But if it doesn't go good... If it doesn't go good, that doesn't sound good. Alright, well, whatever. We do have Morgan Pearce. It's an interesting player, very high on potential, and that would be on the right of the midfield. That's the Diallos, so it wouldn't really matter if I put him when the game is played here, during the game, I should say. Andy Stockbridge is somebody that has been given a lot of praise in the under 18 and has been valued on a very high amount now, and I think maybe it's time for him to come in. We do have a lot of injuries and stuff like that, so we do need to use a lot of players from the youth team. Now, Cavani hasn't been playing well when he's come on those games, so it's going to be, hopefully his contract runs out now this summer so that we can get rid of him. So I'm going to be putting somebody from the youth team even there at the striking situation. I think it's going to be Tino, because he looks like he's having some potential, or high on the value and stuff like that, but his numbers is not saying that he's going to be a star player. But let's put him in at the last place there. And so we're going to have a lot of youth players that can, or maybe we should go with Andrew Harper. How does he's got a lot of acceleration and stuff like that. Yeah, we're going to go with Andrew Harper instead of Tino. So let's go with this. So this is the team that we're going to be playing with, and it's going to be a tough game, this, because as I said, we have a lot of injuries and suspension. Dalot is suspended, and Garnacho, Shortire, Jordan Sancho, all injured. Luke Shaw injured as well. So yeah, it's not looking good, or should I say it's not looking great, but yeah, let's see what we can do with this team. And these players really could use to be inside the team, or oh, there is Kamara as well. Yeah, that's a player that I forget about. He's got some great numbers, but to be honest, if I got a good offer for him, I would sell him. I did get him on a free transfer, which makes it, of course, even better if I can get somewhere around £28 million for him. That would be great for me. But this is the team, and let's get on with the game before I just talk away everything here. So, Diallo is struggling with fitness and sharpness, but I think that should not be a problem. Let's see if we press that 26. That's good. 26, 27, 28, 29. So that's, they can have those numbers. They're not going to be an essential in the game. They're not going to be playing very many games. But let's go to match. And always press. I could do that. And pump our fist. Should we go with the assistance recommendation? I think so. So let's go to the match preview. Here we have the lineup. And it's going to be interesting to see if we can get back in winning ways here. We need to come back, of course. We need to bounce back from that last game, which were horrific. They have played 2 more games, City, and are 1 point ahead of us now. So if we want to get back on top, we need to win here, of course. Well, a draw would be sufficient, but of course we want to win here. Come on, United. Let's see what these players can do. Varane starting out the game good. And we are creating chances here. That's nice to see. 7-4, 8-4 in shots here now. I mean, 8 chances and 4 of them on target for us. But here comes West Ham. Mbappe stopping that. That's good. Bruno Fernandes, Šeško, Adeyemi trying to reach Ahmad, but Ahmad gets it. Essentially, it's in Šeško, and Šeško, he couldn't get it in. But Ahmad is brought down. Will that be a penalty? There's going to be a VAR check on this one, and it looked like a penalty. Let's see what they say. And it's a penalty awarded, and it's going to be Mbappe that's going to be trying to score here, and this should be pleasing him. Yes, and it pleases me as well when Mbappe makes it 1-0 for Manchester United. This is great because he wanted to be the first penalty taker. It was something that he was unhappy about. Now he is the first penalty taker, and he scores immediately on the very first penalty that he gets, which is good. And so we might be having a chance to get back to winning ways here today. Let's hope for that. Here's Adeyemi. Come on, Adeyemi, get the ball in right there. And Šeško makes it 2-0 for Manchester United. Perfect. This is the way we want it to go. And it's a shame that we need to put that central midfield back for it to work. But yeah, we need to do what we need to do. I want so much to play a lot with Christian Eriksen and with Kessie, to have a backup situation where I don't need to put the pressure to play Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes every single game. But yeah, it looks like it's this. We need to win the league, or at least get a good position in the league, or at least fight for the league title for real. Here's Šeško finding Mbappe. Mbappe gets it to Lid. Lid gets it in, and there's Šeško. A good ball by Lid, I have to say. And yeah, here's Bruno Fernandes, Mbappe, and oh! That one should have ended up in the net. Well, I don't know why it does that. I mean, I know that it's the camera for the line shot, but if it was inside or outside of the line, but it's sort of ridiculous if you don't zoom in and do the whole thing. And yeah, so whatever your settings are, they should always zoom in on that line ball, so to speak, when there's that replay is. Let's get into the dressing room. Let's pump our fist. And I'm gonna go with my own feelings here. And let's start the second half, and we're gonna hover over pause up here now, because I want to give them the opportunity if I can. Let's see here now, Mbappe. Mbappe to Adeyemi. And there's Shesko and Ahmad. Oh, and Pogba from Binsaka. Come on, Binsaka. And there is... Ooh! I'm a bit scared, actually, because, yeah. I would love to have 1 or 2 more goals before I put in 3 youngsters, because I have the feeling that I want to put in 3 youngsters. And I need to do it at least in the 70th minute to give them the opportunity to get an average rating, which will help with their development and stuff like that. So yeah, 9 minutes to go. Let's put at least 1 more goal in here. 3-0 will be not a secure, but a good... Oh, Adeyemi running in the way for Shesko's shot. That's so weird. Oh, how weird was that? We're gonna go. We're gonna have to take a chance here now. Into the tactics. Diallo will change with Morgan Pearce, and then we have Stockbridge, and I think he's going to be playing for Bruno Fernandes then, because he's an attacking midfielder. And Andrew Harper getting in instead of... He's having a good game, but he is tired. So I'm going to be putting him in instead of Adeyemi. Now, do I need to give some team talk here now? I have faith in you. Get out there. I expect you to show up and perform today. We need it. Oh, did I really want those? Yeah, I guess I want. I was thinking about Warbottom, the left defender. I was thinking that he would be able to get an opportunity to play. So let's end this game then. Well, we didn't change anything in the defense, which would be which means that we should be able to keep this our lead in this game, and let's hope that Harper can make something good. And and here, oh, good opportunity to score, but he missed out on that. So it's going to be interesting to see. Now we're going to lose the ball perhaps a lot more in the midfield. This is not good. The defense shouldn't be playing worse. Really? Whew, some luck there, right outside the post. Cresswell. They are taking over more and more here. This is not good. There is a lot of time for them to get back into this game. That's a good tackle by Pearce. Here's Pogba from Binsaka to Stockbridge. Stockbridge with a good ball to Mbappe. But there's no Mbappe. Look at that. Oh, look at that. How weird is that? Another one of those where they really should zoom in so that we can see whatever camera you choose to have as your camera. They really should be deep in there and showing it everything from an angle where you can see if the ball is in or not. And the game is over. We do win with 2-0. They didn't score, they didn't do anything great, but they did get time in the first team, which hopefully will help them in their development, which is terrific. So another good win for us, and we're back top of the table, and we have actually 1 game less played than City has, so that's good. And we really want this to be... Oh, look at that! City lost against Southampton. So the loss we did against Everton is made up. So if we can win the game that we have in hand, we are back to having 5 points ahead of City, which is marvelous if that can happen. And that's going to be the last game of this episode. So I guess I'll see you there. And so we're here, the big game. and it's Manchester United against Manchester City, and City has actually taken the lead, but they have played 2 games more than us now, so yeah, it's important that we at least get a point today. But we have some sad news, and that is that Mbappe has gone and gotten himself injured as well now, so yeah, that's not good. What else? In the transfer news, we do have an acceptance from Dortmund when it comes to Jude Bellingham, and it looks like he's accepted our contract. Now, the only thing is that we're waiting on Ahmad to make up his mind if he wants to join Dortmund or not, because that's the player that we are giving away in order to get Jude Bellingham. And yeah, I guess he hasn't made his mind up if he wants to stay at United or if he wants to join Dortmund yet. So that's what this entire situation is here, and hopefully it will be fixed, because it's very soon. It's time. The transfer window is closing, so maybe we should take a look at that as well. What's going on? What has happened? Still, it's Patson and Edwards. They're still the biggest signing. So I guess Andrew Harper has now gone up to 80,000. Does he have a contract? Well, I can't see that here, can I? Let's see. In the transfer, isn't it? Clauses. Let's have a look at Andrew Harper. If they get him 3,000 every time he plays a game for us. Yeah, 2.6 per game. Yeah, in 40 league games. So yeah, and he made a substitute in the last game. So Glenavon has made some good money, or going to be making some good money, I guess. I mean, they're going to have 15% of a profit I make from the next transfer, and that could be some money if Andrews develop. He's already worth 15.5 million, so if I can sell him that is, if he doesn't decides to leave when his contract runs out some season, then that will be giving Glenavon a lot of money. So, but let's get on. Let's go to the game view here, and let's see what kind of players we can put in, who's fresh enough to play and everything. As you see here, Mbappe is out for another 6 days. I think we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna clear the entire selection, we're going to filter, and we're going to put everybody in, and we're going to take away all the unavailable players, like that. These are the players that we have at our disposal, and some of them are light injured or in need of some fitness problem. So, but we're going to do, of course, we're going to start with De Gea in goal, and we're going to have... And we're going to play with Dalot on the right, because we only have Luke Shaw as left. Or, Drew Burton may play for us today as well. He was on the bench for the under-18, yeah. And this is a player that might be, I forgot about that. He's actually on his way to leave the club. 2 clubs has made offers to lend him and then buy him if they are pleased with him, which will give me at least £22 million for him, which will be a very good deal, since I signed him on a free transfer and everything like that. So that could be a good thing. Now, free transfers are never really free transfers, but I know he didn't have a signing on fee for £20 million or something like that. So we're going to make some money on Kamara, that's for sure, if they decide to buy him, of course. But as I said, I only have Bin Saka and Dalot that really can play on the right side. And on the left, I only have Dalot at the moment, since Luke Shaw is fitness test not required, remains some way short of full fitness and should be monitored. He can play. He can play. And let's put Warbottom there, perhaps as a reserve player. So let's go with Dalot as a right defender. And of course, it's going to be De Ligt and Varane as our central midfielder. They are very much something that that is very important for us. Now, right midfielder. We can see that Jadon Sancho can play, but he shouldn't be playing more than 75 minutes. So I don't really think I'm going to be putting him in. As a right midfielder, though, I mean, should I place Diallo in again? It went well the last time, so I'm going to give him the opportunity. And then, of course, Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in the central of the midfield. As a left midfielder, I want to go with Jadon Sancho, but I can't. Oh, wait, yeah, he's placing as a right midfielder here. And I'm not going to be playing him on the left either, because I'm going to have Rashford playing there. Because I don't want him to get... He's going to be on the bench, that's for sure, because his fitness says that he can play for 75 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to give him some minutes at the end of the game. Šeško and Adeyemi, of course. Now we have the first team on the pitch. So, of course, we're going to have Henderson in goal. And we want Anel as the first one there. And we're actually going to go with Drew Warburton there and Pumping Saka. So now we have replacements. If anything happens in the defense, we do need to have someone that can play both right and left. So it's going to be Jesse Lingard to play there. Could be good to have a defensive midfielder. So Kese to be there. And then an offensive midfielder, which of course is going to be Christian Eriksen. Oh, yeah, well then we go with Sancho there. And then we only have one striker. Should we go with Andrew Harper? Give him a second chance to play, or should I go with Cavani? I think I'm going to go with Cavani, actually, in this situation. We are facing Manchester City. It's important that if we want to be able to put in some players that can change the game as well. So Warburton is not a player that can change. He's nowhere near being a star player now. He can become a star player because he has some really high potential, but he's not there now. And because of that, I only want him on the bench, and it's not a player that I will bring in unless it's going really good for us or really bad for us, or if somebody Luke Shaw is getting injured or something. So yeah, and Sancho, I want to get him fresh. I mean, he's a player that can change the game as well. He could be the player that gives us the opportunity to win today. So I really want him on the bench, even though he's not fully fit. And Cavani is a striker that can make a difference, which Harper shouldn't. He's a player that I would have loved to have on the bench, of course, to be putting in so that he gets some experience and stuff like that. But it's too much of a risk when it comes to this game. So let's get this game on the way. Let's see if we have gotten what it takes to play. Oh, 3 players are lacking in match sharpness and may struggle out there. That's not good. But we don't have much of a choice, since we have the injuries and such in the other situation. Go hard when tackling. Kevin De Bruyne. I really would love to do that, but I think it will be... Oh, it's hard. I really want to do it, but maybe I'll do that in the second half. If it's not too late then. But I don't want to get a player sent off in the starting of the game. But if things are looking hard. I don't know if our rivals go out there and play for the fans. Yeah, you got to play for the fans in this game. It's Manchester United, top of the table. No, we're not top of the table, we're second in the table. This is the lineup, and this is City, which are top of the table. But if we beat them, we will go top of the table. If we lose, they will... Yeah, you can see they're only 1 point ahead of us, but 2 games more played than us. So if we win, we're going to have some real pressure on City. So I guess if we want suspense in the league, I think the best result would be a City win, but I don't want that, of course. Hey, stop him. Grealish getting it into Jesus. Oh, that's weird. Dalot picking up the loose ball here. Here's Šeško, Dalot, Pogba, Dalot, Ahmad, Šeško trying to find Adeyemi. He does find Adeyemi, and Adeyemi is through, and oh! Which start was he aiming for there? That was so high over. Unfortunately, we did get a bit pressed by the defense just running at him there. They were coming in quickly, so I guess that's why he felt the pressure. Here City comes again, and it looks like they're going to win today, to be honest. They've been having the best play, even if we haven't seen much of the game. When we have seen, City has been a lot better than we have. We have been forced to just be happy if we can get the ball away from our side of the pitch, and they just keep pounding us and coming back and back and back. And here they go, and Gabriel Jesus makes it 1-0 for City. I mean, I hate to give up, but I feel that this game is going to be very, very hard to do something about. I feel that I don't have the players. Especially since Mbappe is out injured. I feel that I don't have the players to actually take control of this game and try to do something about them. They are just too good. They have a star players in every position. It's the same thing in real life. This season, in real life they have gotten the player that they were missing last year, the goal scorer when they now have signed Erling Haaland. So yeah, here's 2-0. This is not going good. So yeah, we have a loss here today. It's just going to be the facts. But we're going to see what we can do. Let's see if we can bring some instructions. Let's get stuck in. Okay. And yeah, I haven't done that. Let's go into tactics and let's go into opposition and Kevin De Bruyne, tight marking. Always, and trigger press, tackling, we're gonna go hard in on him then, and let's hope that will stop Mr. De Bruyne. He's way too good to be left alone, I guess. So half time and dressing room, and of course the bottle is going to be thrown, and of course it is important to not get embarrassed when we're facing our rivals here. Then I'm going to be pausing around 60, 70, something like that, because if it hasn't happened anything, then I'm not going to be putting. What is going on here? They're having a free kick here. If that's going to be 3-0. There's going to be a lot. Yep, there we go. 3-0. So we're going we're going to go into tactics because we're going to be giving players the opportunity to play here. Warburton is going to come on. Is there anybody else that... There's Anel. So let's give Anel the opportunity. And it looks like De Ligt has had a very bad game today. And is there anybody else I would love to see giving the opportunity to play? I want to get Sancho back in shape, so let's put Sancho back in here. And I'm not going to give them any talk. I'm just going to go confirm the subs, and we... Yep, let the game go here now. The game is lost. There's nothing... I felt it. They played way too good for us already from the start. And we need Mbappe. We need a healthy team. It's going to be a hard time now. It's a sad way to end this episode. I was hoping for a good, happy ending of this episode, but this is not going to be a happy ending. This is not going to be something that we want to look back upon. This is something that we need to get through and come back. A real bounce back after this game is, and this is of course why I don't believe in us when it comes to the FA Cup and in the Champions League, is that we are good and we are beating most of the team in the Premier League, but we are not there yet where we can compete with these teams. We can just hope that we win so many games that aren't the top teams, and that City, for example, do mess up from time to time. Then we can take the league. That's the way for us to win the league. If City plays as well as they've done against us, against all the other teams, then they will win the league. We're going to mess up some games, like we did today. But yeah, milestones. De Ligt made his 25th career appearance for United. Varane made his 50th. Drew Warburton made his debut. Harry Kane made his 350 career league appearance. Interesting. But he didn't score today. But Grealish, Jesus and Silva did. So the game is over and we lost, and yeah, I'm not going to be doing any gestures. I'm just going to be, we had a chance to get on and we slipped the paragraphs. Yeah, it's going to be like that, and that motivated the players anyway, so let's hope that that is good. You can see here now we are 4 points after, but we have 2 games in hand, so for the sake of the league, yes, that might have been the best result, but we don't want to be, we don't want to play for the best of the league. We want to, for the suspense of the league, we want to win the league. And we now have 18 games to fix this, to make sure that we are top of the table when the season ends, because that's very important. So I guess I'll just struggle along and continue to try and get this done here, and I guess in the next episode we'll know if we've signed Jude Bellingham or not, because the transfer window are closing. I think it was even before the next game, which was against Sheffield United. So yeah, let's hope that we have signed Jude Bellingham to the before we start the next episode. So, but for now, this episode is over. I hope you have enjoyed it. I think it's been an interesting and good episode. I hope you have thought about it like that as well. Do like, subscribe, and all that nice stuff, of course. And stay safe, have fun, and I'll just end with bye.